At this hour, I'm Christina Aguayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. Texas National Guard engineers are fortifying razor wire barriers in Eagle Pass, Texas, ahead of a visit from incoming border czar Tom Homan. Governor Greg Abbott saying that Operation Lone Star wouldn't be possible without the hard work of soldiers who are holding the line. Illegal crossings in the Lone Star State have been cut by more than 86% thanks to Abbott's border security mission, building the wall, installing new razor wire, adding more buoys in the Rio Grande, and transporting illegals to sanctuary cities across the nation. Since the start of Texas's transportation program, the state has transported more than 100,000 illegals to cities like New York, Chicago, and Denver. President Donald Trump's new border czar, Tom Homan, will be in the state of Texas this week, taking a look at the southern border and getting ready to launch his massive crackdown on illegal migrants. Governor Greg Abbott saying he's already started working with Homan and he's looking forward to the visit. Since 2021, Governor Abbott has been securing the southern border through Operation Lone Star and fighting the Biden-Harris administration in court, trying to keep American communities safe. Homan has indicated that he will take advantage of the 1,400 acres of land that have been offered by Texas to help in President Trump's mass deportation plan, which will focus first on deporting dangerous criminals like the 600-plus members of the violent Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua that have set up shop in at least 13 states across the nation. Homan also said he's ready to go to battle with sanctuary cities and states, reminding officials that harboring illegal migrants is a felony and warning them not to cross the line. Senator Rand Paul speaking out against Denver's Democrat Mayor Mike Johnston, who said that he will use police officers and citizens to fight against President Trump's mass deportation plan. Paul saying on CBS's Face the Nation that Johnston could be removed from office and may even face criminal charges.
Now, I would say that the mayor of Denver, if he's going to resist federal law, which there's a long-standing history of the supremacy of federal law, if he's going to resist that, it will go all the way to the Supreme Court. And I would suspect that he would be removed from office. I don't know whether or not there'd be a criminal prosecution for someone resisting federal law, but he will lose. And people need to realize that what he is offering is a form of insurrection, where the states resist the federal government. Most people objected to that and rejected that long ago. So I think the mayor of Denver is on the wrong side of history, and really, I think will face legal ramifications if he doesn't obey the federal law.
Governor Ron DeSantis has announced that another 300 bonuses worth $5,000 each have been given out this week to law enforcement officers joining the force. So far, the Sunshine State has handed out 6,400 bonuses to deserving officers who have traveled to Florida from across the country to be part of a police community that is recognized and appreciated. DeSantis saying that law enforcement officers make enormous personal sacrifices for the communities they serve, and they deserve higher pay and more support. He continues to invite officers to Florida who are being underappreciated in blue cities and states across the nation. A whopping 60% of Americans say they agree with how President Donald Trump is handling the transition, according to a new poll. So far, Trump has been busy at work, rapidly appointing people to his new administration. Trump recently named former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi to lead the Department of Justice as Attorney General. 47% of voters think Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Trump's nominee to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, is a good choice. 44% feel Marco Rubio will be a good Secretary of State, and only 28% of voters oppose Pete Hegseth, with 39% saying they haven't heard enough about him to form an opinion. The poll also found that 51% of Americans overall and 81% of Republicans believe that it's important for Trump to appoint people who are loyal to him personally. Working-class voters helped Republicans make steady election gains this year and expanded a coalition that increasingly includes rank-and-file union members. It's a political shift spotlighting one of President Donald Trump's latest cabinet picks, a GOP congresswoman who has drawn labor support to be his labor secretary. Oregon Representative Lori Chavez DeRemer narrowly lost her bid for a second term this month, despite strong backing from union members. They're a key part of the Democrat base, but are gravitating in the Trump era toward a Republican Party that now aligns with the working class people. School district officials who punished two parents for wearing pink wristbands marked XX during a soccer game where a biological male was playing defended their decision even after they got sued. Kyle Fillers and Anthony Foote sued the Bow District after being banned from school grounds for wearing the wristbands at their daughter's soccer game in September. The no trespass orders have since expired, but a judge is deciding whether the plaintiffs should be allowed to wear the wristbands and carry signs at upcoming school events while the case proceeds. The men are supporting women in women's sports and say they are not using the bracelets to intimidate or harass anyone. Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed a bill into law banning the adoption of Russian children by citizens of countries where gender transitioning is legal. The Kremlin leader also approved legislation that outlaws the spread of material that encourages people not to have children. The bills, which have previously been approved by Russia's parliament, follow a series of laws that have promoted Christian values. The adoption ban would apply to at least 15 countries, most of them in Europe and Australia, Argentina, and Canada. In Dallas, Christina Aguayo, Salem News Channel.